Hello everybody, this is Saberwolf. Welcome to another Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide stream. I am joined with Turdsman in the booth. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing pretty good. Looking forward to watching the semifinal, Chupon's Pit.
Yeah, we got a lot of semi-final action. We got semi-final for the pit, then we're gonna have some quarterfinal action or for the lower brackets coming up soon. So a lot of action going on in the Worlds Collide community here for the next month, actually, over the course of the next month. But today we got Arusta versus Shadow Cid.
Yeah, this is an exciting one. These are two pretty prominent players playing on the old Go-Go flag set. Looking forward to this.
Yep, so how did we get here exactly? So we're going to pull up the bracket here. So we got Verts versus Luna Chimera there in the earlier rounds. And then we had Ceiling Cat against Keith McRocks. Keith McRocks moved on from there. Arusta, they beat Donde in the previous round. And Infinite Fluff lost to Shadow Cid. Now, earlier, yesterday, if you didn't catch it there, it is available on a VOD on the FF6 Worlds Collide YouTube page. We did have Verts and Keith McRocks go head-to-head. And this is a little bit of what happened there. Pretty much an Ultima Fest.
Yeah, once the big blue bubble is unlocked, it's kind of hard to justify using anything else. Although something I immediately caught on Keith's side is a 6,000 HP Cyan.
Yeah,
really beefy party.
Yeah, also Strago with 5,000 as well. Although didn't have any Go-Go's in the party though. But yeah, when you have a Realm in the party, dropping the quad nines from the Ultimas, you have the whole entire party with Ultimas for that matter. It kind of makes an easy Kefka fight as Kefka drops right there at around 135.04 for Keith McRocks.
Yeah, once you get to that level of power, it's just a matter of trying to save as many seconds as you can versus actually being worried about, losing to a particular tier or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And again, today we have Arusta versus Shadow Cid. Winner of that will kick on Keith McRocks. And let's get into the flag set. We have Go-Go's flag set for the pit.
Yeah, that's right. This is a weird one. Definitely caught me off guard. The Coliseum win giving you auto reflect, which is an interesting buff, a little bit more utility based than some of the other ones that we've seen, like auto image or auto haste, which are just kind of obvious benefits. The auto reflect, you kind of got to work around it.
Yeah, no stat adjustments as well. A lot of the other flag sets have like plus 10 magic or plus 5 speed like that. No adjustments there because Go-Go is pretty flat stats in of themselves. No command excludes, which means possess is available, and also X magic and shock. Oh, those are available as well. Experience multiplier of 4, all scaling party's highest level times 1. Bit of scaling is 2.5, which is pretty standard, so tougher side of standard. Again, Ultima is off, as we just saw, so everybody's got Ultima. And wipe NPC is reflect, which means when you walk up to an NPC, it's actually going to make a copy of whatever the party member is in the lead.
Yeah, that's always fun when you do it to like one of the little fire sprites or like a door or whatever. It's an interesting little like, oh, look at that.
Now wait, if you do it to a door, does it take out the door, or is it just...
No, it just turns it into a Gagu that kind of looks like your main character.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, the party highest level scaling is very interesting. It means that you really want to keep everybody at around the same levels, or else you're going to have one or two characters out of your party that just aren't cutting the mustard.
Fair enough. But like I said, once again, we are here tonight for the Chupon's Pit semi-final B, Arusta versus Shadow Cid. Let's get into it, shall we?
All right, look forward to it.
Give them the 1 minute warning.
All right, there they are. Arusta rocking the classic look on the left, blue background with the white text, and Shadow Cid on the right, rocking the slate with the fantastic little green border. And actually, that looks pretty good.
Yeah, he always has really cool borders and shading like that. Well, we will note that Shadow Cid is battling COVID at this time, so give him a little love in the chat, everybody, for fighting through not just a semifinal match, but also that terrible COVID as well. Safe distancing still, guys. 2 years out and still got safe distance, everybody.
Yeah, things still out there.
Okay. So 30 seconds here.
So another, in addition to that, the level scaling, that also means that free checks are not going to increase enemy levels. So those are a lot more valuable in this particular flag set. Going and picking up the, if you happen to have Shadow, going over to Gao's dad's house, all those little things that you got to think about early on. Oh, should I bother to get the Zen Thief or not? In this flag, yeah, just go for it. Drop that money.
Yeah, definitely. That was something that we ran into one of the matches yesterday that we did live, is like whether or not you wanted to go to the auction house to get the Espers because didn't have enough magic for a forced Phoenix Tower check to get another character to advance the rest of the seed. So we'll see. Let's hope we don't have that today as our runners go off and running like a thundering herd of Basset Hounds. We have Go-Go Sabin in Realm Sabin with Control and Realm with Runic with Natural Magic, actually.
Oh, natural magic's good. Runic, Runic can be a little bit handy if you don't run into enough ethers or tinctures or anything like that. Both runners opting to run right into Narsh to clean that out first thing. I thought they were going to diverge there for a minute, but nope, they're both heading right to the Goodie Shack. Very popular spot to go first off. You got 6 chests there. And right next door, you got a bunch. You got the item in Arvis's clock, and then you can go and take all that stuff over to the shops and sell any of the garbage you don't want to keep. Empty clock. That's a bummer. Nothing really too exciting in the armor shop, unfortunately. But we'll see. We'll see what the other shops have to store. Phoenix Downs, not bad. Dried meat right away. That's kind of nice to see.
Yeah, don't have gout yet, but that's definitely what you want to see to not have to go to the one of 5 different shops that might be in, and you have to go to the ends of the earth for that.
Yeah, you don't have to go to World of Balance Mobley's. Earrings,
Ooh,
right off the bat.
Right off the bat, yeah.
Nice. Always happy to see those things.
Also looks like we started with a chainsaw, too, so that's a good tool to have in case we get a tool user.
Oh, opting to sell the red cap as well. I like those things. I know that a lot of people don't like seeing them show up, but there's a lot of builds where having a bunch of extra HP works, and just in general having, extra. I think it's a quarter for that one, 1/4.
Yeah, it is 1/4 health boost. I don't know if it stacks with a muscle belt, but since a muscle belt is such bad protection, you want to use other things like that. Other than that. The red cap really does boost up the health a little bit, especially when you get the Espers with the 100% HP. That's be helpful as well. Some of the checks to think about here. Realm has a good little peak check to do. Sabin has, let's see, they have the Imperial Camp, the Falls, the train that they can peak a little bit there. So, a bunch of good checks. Oh, Falling House, of course, too. Falling House is a free check. And, of course, Go-Go with that. 1 single check only, unfortunately.
Found the aloe vera in the monster box in Narsh. Gonna go ahead and just drop a Revivify on him, get a whole bunch of experience. Thunder Shield.
Yeah,
there we go.
Thunder Shield.
1/4 of the way to Merton strats.
In case people ask, yes, I am the one that rolled this seed, so... so you know who to file your complaints to, okay?
You personally gave them the Thunder Shield.
Yes.
And they owe you for it. All right, yeah, Shadow Cid heading over there, too. They're both going to have that shield. That's good.
Before we get too far deep into the sea, I want to give a shout-out to, again, Keith McRocks. The winner of this race will feast them. They are actually in our chat, spying on our 2 runners and waiting to see who they will face in the next round.
Performing corporate espionage.
Exactly. Also, Golden Hairpin there in the Returner's Cave, as both of them are kind of going kind of high-fiving each other through the Returner's hideout. Golden Hairpin's pretty good for Realm in the early game because it does cheapen those possible spells you might learn early on, allowing you to cast the higher level spells in early on, and especially with Realm having a good base magic power will definitely help with the early game bosses possibly here.
And chat mentioning good for any Ultima builds, which is extremely true. I don't think either of the runners yet have taken a look at... Oh, but Realm wouldn't have a spell yet. That doesn't show up at level 3, but... we haven't quite seen what that's going to look out. We don't know if they have a Fire 3 right out of the gate or anything like that.
Arusta dumping Go-Go out of the party there, so likely we'll be going to do the Go-Go check right now. Also want to give a shout out to Ceiling Cat. You see her in the chat there. She's our tracker tonight. Again, the best tracker in our community. Glad to have her on board in the crew.
Absolute superstar. Very nice Zone Eater, just sucking them up right away. Shadow Cid heading over to South Figaro to do a little bit more looting before he decides to take some checks. Arusta is about to run into the working class jerks that hang out. Oh, very nice.
Going for the extra chest. Hey, okay. Flirting
He's
with
putting
disaster.
out a show today.
Going for the extra one? No, won't go for that extra.
Yeah,
one,
that's fine. No sense in cheating fate that hard.
Now, I did not get the 2 chests on the bottom, although I did not see them get a warp stone yet. So probably we'll have to walk back through the, fortunately, the press here.
I believe both of the runners purchased some warp stones in the Returner hideout.
Oh, very nice. So get that early on. Probably not going to go for the tiny hole there in the middle. He's going to have to rush through to get the last chest and run out.
Yeah, that tiny hole is very deceptive. I can never figure out where it actually is supposed to be.
I think you just run straight left off that chest and you take 1 step down. I think you're fine. It's either 1 or 2 steps down.
I want to say 2. It is just a math, like, you know, not even math really counting that you got to keep in mind, but... finding a Magicite in the Zone Eater. Shiva.
That's pretty good. Will not get those 2 extra chests. Is going to warp out here with 6 warp stones. So that'll take care of them for the rest of the game.
Yeah, it's kind of nice if you don't end up finding smoke bombs in your first couple of... Oh, wow, forget what I was talking about. Dragonhorn on Shadow Cid's side in the basement there. That's going to be very handy if anybody can equip a spear.
Also, everybody who's watching this race, we'll keep you in touch with also another race that's going on off our channel, which is Jex Varrock versus Boojak. That's a big matchup. That is Locke's Coliseum, Locke's knife match. So we'll give you updates on that match when they are available, if they finish before ours.
As someone who lost to Boojak, I wish Jex Varrock all the best in his endeavors.
Yeah. We all need to Boojak too, so.
I mean, there's a command for it, so...
Yes, there is a command for it.
It's ingrained.
It's in the system. Arusta going for number 2 already, getting a big lead here. Now doing some South Figaro, just going into a big lead. Sees a ghost holding up the house. I'm not sure how that works.
It's a poltergeist, I guess.
No, that's spicy chicken. You can't say that.
Oh, right. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't say it 2 more times or else it'll appear.
Oh my goodness.
I do like this strategy, especially with Sabin. You know, there's a lot of chests down here, so you can kind of work this in as an alternative to the normal looting that you would do at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, but it is also raising scaling. A second Thunder Shield there in the Falling House. Not going after the trap chest though. So... Yeah,
I kind of get that. If you don't think that you're going to run into a weapon user and you want to use that offering, kind of doesn't quite work out.
Selling the Regal Crown for a cat hood on Shadow Cid. I mean, I understand that, but kind of fond of the Regal Crown. I mean, you have a user of each in the party, though.
That's true. Oh yeah, chat reminding us that the scaling is not attached to Espers or characters.
Oh, so these free checks are pretty
So
nice
yeah,
then. Never mind.
finding the smoke bombs.
There is a oh, it's definitely cheaper in the World of Ruin. It was 49,000 in the World of Balance. It's only 15,000 for the World of Ruin.
Everything must go flash sale.
Yep, does have enough already for it.
Yeah, deciding to sell some stuff off, pick that up right away. Good,
Ooh.
good call. Like, I don't think Astra checked what it was in the World of Balance to see that it is a stone, but that's fine. Yeah, 15 grand. Let's go for it.
Oh, it does have enough money. What?
I bought a bunch of earrings. Oh, he's off by like 20. Oh, that sucks.
What?
Sell that antidote off.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, it is cheaper. It is a stone, so it is Seraphim. So we have 3 Espers already for Arusta versus Shadow Cid. I don't think they bought theirs yet. I guess they just checked the cost of it.
Yeah, they hadn't gone to the World of Ruin to see the huge discount there. Probably will soon, though, considering Saban's on their team.
They don't call it a discount double check for nothing. Hey! Woo, we're all sick in the brain.
Brain and body.
Mind, body, and spirit.
All sick.
Right now, I like do like Arusta so far in this race. He definitely is ahead. Got some better items in his pockets.
Shadow Cid done a little bit more looting, but I didn't notice much in the way of a big change to his power levels for anything that he's picked up. Arusta, on the other hand, picking up a bunch of Espers that have Cure 3 and Ice 3. I noticed both of those.
Yep, also Cure 2 on the Ice 3, so you don't have to throw the Cure 3 on that person either. So, that's decent. Coronet, decent item there for Go-Go, actually. More earrings.
Can't go wrong with more earrings.
No.
Gold hairpins for sale. Already found one, so probably not going to worry about that too terribly much, but just in case they need some money later and sell it off, they can pick it back up if they end up finding Ultima. Unusually specialized weapon shop in Dark South Figaro here.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. Merit awards, interesting, for sale.
Very strange shop options popping up. Not a whole lot of the S tier winners, but a lot of the specialized, more interesting.
Oh, Valiant Knife.
Valiant Knife. Okay.
I don't know if they saw it, but because it went so quick, but that was a Valiant Knife in the World of Balance Phasma.
Ooh, found an egg. Somebody left an egg in their barrel, and Astra picked that right up. In this flag set, I guess that is a questionable... that's a decision you have to make. In every other version of this game, when scaling is attached to characters and espers, you just pop that thing on right away, no question. But in this one, it might end up... you got to kind of shuffle it around a little bit, or else a couple of your characters are going to start falling behind.
Yeah, definitely fair enough on that. It looks like Arusta is now going to hit the South Figaro train here.
Oh yeah, I also pick up another Thunder Shield there. That's very nice. But Arusta gonna probably pick up... oh, those are good. Probably gonna pick up that Dragon Horn down there, so that means that Shadow Cid's little item advantage is gonna be a bit less. Chat asking to clarify why Valiant Knife is an exciting find. It is a fantastic endgame weapon. Not only is it... the negative, I'll get that out of the way, is Locke is the only guaranteed person that can equip it. But if you do have somebody that can use it, it is a moderate battle power weapon that ignores defense and gets a buff based on how much HP a character has lost. So high HP characters popping that on and staying in low health can get sometimes upwards of 2,000 to 3,000 bonus damage on their regular attacks.
And that damage does not curve off when you have other items like Offering that sometimes lowers damage, the percentage damage. On a Valiant Knife attack, that does not lower it. So once you get hit, for instance, with Follow One with Kefka, it brings you down to 1 HP, which, by the way, Shadow Cid getting their Seraphim Esper off the Thief. If you down 1 HP and you use the item Offering VK attack right after that, you're hitting for ridiculous amounts of damage with that weapon. Upwards of probably around 12 to maybe even 16,000 damage on your turn.
It's very nice endgame weapon. You have to kind of work at it to make it do what you want it to do. It's not as plug and play as an Illumina, but still very nice to have. Arusta taking his trip through the basement, picking up a couple of elixirs side by side. Didn't notice that when Cid was in there. This is where we keep elixirs.
Apparently. Just a stockpile in the basement.
And then yeah, Shadow Cid heading over to the island. Both runners picking up their early game free checks. Definitely a good strategy here early on. And Shadow Cid and Arusta doing the correct thing of putting Go-Go down in there by yourself. I don't know why, but I always do the same thing.
It's always faster to have one character in there because you only need one person to suck you in since there's other fights you're taking in that battle. Unfortunately, it does pull a demi on the first attack there, so that's going to slow things down a little bit. But yeah, it's faster to get sucked in with only one character versus a couple. Looks like Arusta going to peek Train as their first actual check here.
I do like this. This is you get to peek. So if you end up finding an item and you want to keep that item, you can just go ahead and go through with it. Plus, there's a boss at the end. There's a fixed encounter. There's a couple good reasons to come here. Man, Shadow Cid also doing the bold jumping here.
Oh, knocked that one.
Uh-oh. Didn't.
Well, let's see what these two chests are. Arusta didn't get these. Nothing. We are going to switch audio here over to our second runner here. See what's going on.
It's the cool music. Ooh, he stuck around. You see that? He was like, oh no, I see what you're doing. Arusta pulling Phantom off the train. Very nice. There we go. Shadow Cid getting past the conductors there. All right, let's see what this fixed encounter is. Taking a quick second to shuffle around. Didn't see Phantom had Bolt 3. Not too bad. Okay, not a great. Okay. I didn't see what the stat buff on it was though. Mag Rotor's not too big of a deal.
No, that Bolt 3 would have been nice to instant win that one, but that's fine.
They got decent enough endgame weapons here. Shadow Cid opting to take that extra chest.
Okay. Damn, Phoenix down. Yeah.
Question from chat about finding any offense. No, not yet. Not really a whole lot of good, super good weapons. Enough to, get them by the mag rotors and everything, but nothing huge.
I mean, we did find VKs in a weapon shop in Phasma, but they were pretty expensive, and Arusta passed on those.
Yeah, I didn't even check to see if anybody could equip it, unfortunately. Arusta opting to not get the extra chest over there in the dining hall there. Is getting these. This is a decent one. Let's see if they go. Nope, still not going to go after the monster in a box. Not gonna worry about getting that offering just in case they want to run and grab that Valiant Knife later.
I really don't think he saw the Valiant Knife. I mean, he went through it so fast. I don't know if he actually saw it. I mean, maybe he did. But if I saw a Valiant Knife in the store, I would definitely be trying opening some of these trap chests.
Oh yeah, seeing a Valiant Knife just short circuits me for like, okay, well I got to do that, obviously.
Plus, with Ultima on the table, you really want to see a Locke somewhere in this seed because that will get you the Paladin Shield. The Paladin Shield will teach you the Ultima spell eventually. So that is something you'd want to find. You really want to be banking on trying to find a Locke, as we do find Pumbaba apparently doing leg day now, running down the tracks after our party here.
The bench press demon has arrived.
Realm getting the short end of this, though.
Did not get a good look.
Ooh,
okay,
Magicite.
There's that block. Oh, hey, that's not a bad one to get there.
Wow! Right on cue, we get Locke. Are you kidding me?
Yep. Shadow Cid taking a good first guess at which check to jump off the gate here.
Wow, not a very easy check though with Air Force this early in the match, and no. I actually might want to break one of these Thunder Shields right here and just get rid of this fight immediately, and then mimic it with Go-Go. Yeah. Let's just pound through this right now.
Very clean. Oh wow!
Oh wow! Yeah, just
need a mimic.
That's fine. We have other Thunder Shields, and so if we need some for later, we can get them. So, but that is Locke. That is Locke. That is a Paladin Shield, possibly in the making. We did find a ribbon, and so we can get this thing unlocked. A second capture, though, unfortunately.
I believe Saban has control, or did Realm have capture? Realm had runic.
No, Saban also had capture, so that's two party members with capture. We're still going for some levels here, finding some naughty though, unfortunately.
Uh-oh. I believe this is a no experience fight.
It is a no experience fight. And a very nasty fight too, actually.
Gonna opt to take it out, go ahead and get some magic points here. While Shadow Cid heading straight for Evil Narsh. Gonna pick up a free check and a cursed shield. And take a little drink of some bucket water.
Let's hope the shield isn't too bad for Shadow Cid here. Anything, really any level is nice because of the Ultima flag off, but...
And honestly, when you have a ribbon, like, if it's 10-ish, that's still doable. You don't have to do any kind of weird nonsense to make sure that that character doesn't get obliterated in a fight. Finding Rama in the weapon shop there with Life 3.
Life 3, Ice 3, Bolt 2. My goodness.
Not quite scraping, and haven't found Ultima yet, haven't found Merton or Meteor yet, but still some very strong spells showing up early on.
This is good enough for me. I mean, we haven't found any good fire spells yet, but this is good enough for me. I mean...
Yeah, paired with that gold earring, they're going to be able to use that stuff right away.
Yep. Here comes the Paladin Shield. It's inside the mayor's house.
Locke giving a little wink.
Nine, not too bad.
Not bad. I'll take it. Nine is doable. I believe 16 is the maximum, or is it 15?
Number 9.
I can't. Man, if I could do that belch, I would have, but there's one man in the world that can do that.
Artelink, first time chat. Thank you very much. How you doing?
Hey. Welcome to the Coliseum.
Welcome to the Coliseum. It's been a while since I've done commentary. I gotta let it all out. I gotta let it all out.
Shadow Cid heading right for the Phoenix Cave. Another free check. It's a long walk, but you don't have to fight any bosses for it. This is still a good idea.
Actually getting the party backwards there, but again, at the beginning it doesn't matter at the Phoenix Cave, luckily. You can flip-flop applesauce that. If he wants to take a dragon here, which I don't think they will. I mean, they could.
Yeah, not having that not having that fourth character in there would mess around with the party average level scaling, so maybe not a good idea, but we'll see.
Plus, actually taking the physical damage on these spikes, that means probably they won't. Rooster forgetting how to get to that other chest there.
I don't know if that was intentional or not, but Arusta taking a fight here in... is this Mount Colts?
Yeah.
Shadow Cid falling down a hole, jumping across some rocks. I love that stupid little bouncing animation. It's... doing, doing.
Yeah, I know.
Getting Bolt 2 from those shields.
Yeah, definitely not doing Dragon after that. Ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk.
My toe, my toe.
Yeah.
All right, Arusta looking for the front door to Mount Colts. I don't know if that rock, if there's any flag set where that rock doesn't show up at the end, so you can run in the back. But
okay, I gotta just to pick at this a little bit. Probably would have been better off taking off the Moogle charm and walking through Mount Colts to get the levels here. Before this fight, I mean, he had a long enough walk to do it.
Could be just maybe forgot that you can't go through Mount Colts and through the back way.
Yeah.
Decided to make the trip not worthless.
Now
Shadow Cid not fighting that dragon.
By the way, there is an update coming up in a later patch here where the shadowy figure will show a character or something.
Oh, awesome!
So you can preview it. That is in the works.
Oh, that rocks!
I mean, I know that was being discussed. I don't know if it's in the next patch coming up here. There is a beta testing coming up that we want to release before the next Ultros League. If you want to check out Jones, who's one of our bot developers in our community, check it out on Discord. If you go to the ff6wc.com/Discord, join the latest news and information on there, and get in on the beta testing, what we're working on in the background for the next update. I believe it's version 1.2. Shock and X-Magic Gao here.
Pop him in your party.
In the party. Ooh, man, Locke on the sideline.
Capture Locke, unfortunately, is just not cutting the mustard.
Oh, they're going to be very sorry if they go to Phasma and see the VK knives.
Oh, that's true.
I think Arusta really needs to find Locke here, which is, again, located... shoot, where was it?
Locke was Realms check. Esper Mountain, that's what it is.
Yeah. Again, thank you to Kat with our spreadsheet, keeping us in the line.
I love this spreadsheet.
Gollum off the Colts check with
Very
a Genji
nice.
shield on the backside. Not bad.
Found a big bag of money.
Big old bag.
Shadow Cid running through the South Figaro Cave. Going to take a quick drink of turtle water before fighting a boss.
Turtle
Don't
water
drink
is
turtle
the
water.
best water.
Oh, dang. Toilet Atma next to the turtle water. That supports my theory that maybe you shouldn't drink that water.
Well, I was going to say the turtle water tastes like pizza, but, I mean...
I guess they are. Old pizza, though. They're throwing that pizza away in that water.
Still 2 minutes late, dude. Ice 3 coming down here for Shadow Cid.
Chat asking about where they can find other videos of the other Coliseum matches, and my Go commentator here, Saberwolf, has been doing a fantastic job keeping all those things up to date on the I think it's FF6WC is the YouTube name. I don't remember exactly, but I believe every single Coliseum match VOD is being put up there eventually. So you can go and watch me get my butt whooped by Boo Jack. as well as I gotta remember to keep. Oh no, it's Worlds Collide all written out. There we go.
Yep. So myself, as Tourism was saying, myself and the Schwans have been working on VD matches. So all of our runners have been recording and posting their videos on their Twitch channels, and or just recording them and sending those through Google and like that. Myself and Schwans have been stitching them together in our editors and supplying everyone with every single match of this whole entire tournament. It is available right there on the youtube.com/FF6 Worlds Collide. Every match is available there except for the ones that are on Speed Gaming. Those games will be available on the Speed Gaming Twitch channel. By the way, reset there for Shadow Cid, unfortunately, without the Twilight Mud. It is a difficult fight there. It has, that's another difficult fight on the Arusta side. Dinosaur Brigade here.
Yeah, they got messed up by some Inuo. I'm not sure how to pronounce those, but those things have reflect naturally, and unfortunately Bolt 2 just bounced right back onto Sabin.
Oh, Inox, I believe they're called.
Oh man, is that how you pronounce that? Oh, to finish off the plug for the YouTube channel, Schwantz has been doing some really cool wrap-up videos at the end of each week as well, showcasing some highlights from all the different races that happened the previous week, as well as some pretty fantastic blooper reels.
We mentioned him, he just jumps in the chat. It's great. Come on.
We said his name 3 times.
Do we click our heels with some red slippers on top of that? There's no place like Worlds Collide. There's no place like Worlds Collide. Okay, and a reset there for Arusta.
Ooh. Yeah, Toilet Atma is a weird one. You got to remember weaknesses and absorptions for this one. All of the main 3, your fire, ice, and lightning, you can use those all you want, but anything else, this guy is going to absorb.
Well, he is a product of energy. I mean, and Arusta making a good call here, going to the Esper Mountain here. That will be the lock, so that'll open up a lot of other checks. Unfortunately, one of these being Shadow Cid's check right here of Toilet Atma.
And we'll see if he noticed the Valiant Knife finds that.
No, he's gonna go
mind.
wait. No, come back. Come back, Arusta, come back. No, you don't want to do it.
Oh, no.
No, come back. Oh boy.
Headed to the Coliseum first. You know, considering how much Cid got punked out by just regular old spells, this might not be a bad thing to pick up right now.
Force Shield, Snow Muffler, Tiger Mask. That's it.
Snow Muffler's fun. It's fun to take 3 damage from Tier 1 of Kefka's Tower, but...
Ooh, Brain Pan? This is going to be a weird fight.
He's got the Dragon Claw. As long as he doesn't get hit with Blowfish, he should be alright.
That's what I was saying. This should be an interesting fight, and he's going to nope out of this one, realizing about the Blowfist. I would actually go for the... not the Force Shield. Oh, it's going to... Oh, okay, interesting. He saved there, and so he could double back.
Guess just wanted to give a look-see.
Nope, you gotta go down the path, bro, so you can do the peek. Nope. Oh? Yeah, that just goes in the loop, bro. There you go.
It might be... I've definitely made the mistakes of, checks that I don't necessarily do all the time, not quite memorizing the optimal path all the way through it. Especially on the Phantom train, I've gone into the wrong car multiple times there. See how he does against the... Oh, just opting to crack that shield right away. Good call. Something I just now noticed, Shadow Cid already up to 6 characters.
Nope, fire truck.
See, where's he headed next? Picked up Terra at some point. Where did that happen?
Terra? What?
Right, yeah.
Where were we sleeping? Figaro. Oh, that was the Atma check.
Oh, we missed the end of that fight.
Oh, Twilight was protected Terra. Wow. So another free check here with Treasure Chest Island here. Picking up nothing so far.
Yeah, some decent items, X potions, ethers. Couple of empties.
Okay, Moogle suits, not bad. Ooh, Genji glove.
Hey, all right.
There we go. Heyo. Arusta walking back. Guess they didn't have the warp stone. Did they have warp stones?
I believe so. Maybe saw that it wasn't usable on that one screen and thought might be applied to the whole dungeon.
Oh yeah. Because you have to walk out of that room when the boss fight was in order to you actually use it. So, but then again, it's a short walk, so it's not that big a deal. Flame shield,
very nice. Yeah, they don't let you use the warp stone on. I think it's any room that has a scripted event in it, because they don't want you screwing around with. They don't want you screwing around with the flagging.
Ooh, Shadow Cid doing the difficult path. It gets across.
Opting to clear all the chests out. This is still not a bad idea. Haven't found anything really game-breaking in terms of equipment yet, so still want to go after the chests that take a little bit less time to examine than others. See if he goes after the bridge.
And Cid hasn't even gone to Phasma either, so he doesn't even know about the VK, which is literally the only offensive weapon we found so far in this scene.
Yeah, pretty much.
And we do have a Locke, so we do have a character that can use them. And since they're in a shop, we can actually buy multiple ones of them for the Genji glove. Mega Elixir in the chest is nice.
Very nice.
Rico Cutlass, not so nice, unfortunately. It's like the exact opposite.
Yeah. Got an extra chainsaw out of it, though.
Yeah.
Making its way. Still nothing out of these chests. Very...
Either way.
Kind of rough treasure out of the gate here. Not out of the gate, we're at minute 35. What am I talking about?
Yeah, I mean, we're 35 minutes in. We haven't really found any offense except for spells. I mean, we have my girl.
It's Celis.
Talking about my girl. Watch this be Magitech Celeste.
Oh, that'd be nice. More shock.
Blitz is not horrible. Another steal. Oh, God.
Yeah, maybe
no, you don't
realm
swap
out.
realm out. You don't swap realm. Realm's the murder child, and you have magic.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm keeping Go-Go in this team too.
I would have swapped out. I would have swapped out Go-Go for Celeste though, because Celeste
is that based on power, or is that based on power? Or is that just based on like, hey, it's Celeste? What am I not going to take Celeste?
Power. She's got the second highest all around stats in the game. Behind Yamaru, I think.
the true hero.
Like all around stats, like best average in stats, I think she's like second or third actually. The only thing that she's lower in is in magic power against Terra.
Going down to the Velt.
Yep, that's a definite indicator of the Velt. And we did get the dried meat early on in the game, so that was our indicator for that. Again, only 4 Espers, so we're just on the hunt for Espers right now, so we might want to think about doing Auction House here. We did get Celeste, so that brings in also the Magitech Facility, the first 2 stages of that for a couple Espers there.
Hey, not a character.
Nope. So I'm thinking we could do Velt here, then we go to Magitech Facility, at least do the first 2 parts of it. That'll get us possibly up to 7 Espers. Here, if we can get Esper off this, which we do. It's mad to win, of course, off Terror. Wow, go figure.
We can take another quick dip into South Figaro to check that basement also.
Oh, it does have stop, though, which is useful.
Stop's pretty good. Nice to have in case you run into
The only other reason why to keep Go-Go is because he naturally learns all the magic of whatever party member is with them. So you don't need to put the Esper on them to learn all the extra spells and everything. That's what you would have to do with Terra and Celeste. Getting him late here, you'd have to teach them all those spells. Which, granted, you just do one dragon, you could probably learn them all. But
Yeah, but after minute 20 or so, you kind of want to have your team locked in. You don't really want to make too many wide swings to something else unless, for example, you found an Illumina and you don't have anybody who can use it yet or something like that. Arusta going in and taking care of Dark Narsh here. Gonna get himself Curse Shield that maybe won't bother with it at this stage. 9 battles is a fair bit at this point. You're probably not going to, unless you absolutely have to go take a check with some fixed encounters, you're probably just doing bosses at this point.
Esper number 6 here with Unicorn, with Berserk and Warp.
Hey, Berserk's nice.
That'll definitely help in case we run into Magimaster. Now, with 6 Espers, I'm definitely going Magitech Facility right now.
Yeah.
Because that'll get me possibly at least 8 Espers. Maybe even 9.
Yeah, exactly. If you get really lucky in the facility, you end up with 9 Espers plus 4 bosses, which will be handy since the Kefka Tower skip that sends you straight to those switches before the statues is reliant on our players fighting 12 bosses.
And that's 4 bosses on that check, so yeah, you're right.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going Magitech right now.
That was something I really had to focus on. I think it probably why I'm not in the tournament anymore. But
Ouch.
Making sure that you get those bosses set up before you go in. I did try that. There's a new fun little strategy that I learned about recently of taking a full party up Kefka's tower through the middle to get those last 3 if you end up with 9 or 10 by the end. That way you get those bosses set up, get that KT skip, and then you just warp out, and you save a little bit of time doing that. Plus, you get a bunch more experience on your main party.
Shadow Cid actually going into Ozer's mansion town there, actually. Possibly auction house here for 1 or 2 Espers, maybe, but Ozer's mansion, I don't know. I again, personally, I would go to Magitech Facility right now.
Yeah, get as many Espers as you can out of the way, then just grind up as you need to afterwards. Finding Magus Rods and Magus Hats, however, in the shops.
Yeah, with all this magic power, that's definitely going to boost that.
Lots of spells in this seed, so that's a good idea.
Now, one thing we got to point out again, Arusta does have the Experience Egg, which Shadow Cid does not. So there is a little bit more of a power creep on Arusta's side versus Shadow Cid's side, even though Arusta is a little behind right now.
And they have been smartly shuffling it around.
Shadow Cid did see that there are Espers in the auction house. Unfortunately, this guy is blocking the door to the item shop. Doesn't really have much money, though.
Yeah, gonna have to do big selling.
Yeah, I don't know if they have enough items here to sell, though. I mean, you need about 50 grand here.
I think it's 80. Is it 80 for the guarantee? Like if you end up having to just clean them out?
Yeah, which is why I'm saying you need at least 50.
Yeah.
And we're getting there.
Doom Darts sells for a lot more than I expected it to.
Doom Darts is a 3/4 tier item for Setzer, so that makes sense. It is going to reach that 50,000 threshold.
Drop the Tsarina gown.
That's an item I usually think would be better than expected. It's not as good as you'd think it would be.
Yeah, it's definitely not the best in slot for the armor slot, but not a bad piece of armor if you don't have anything better.
I think the reason why I think it should be better is because White Dress is so good early game. You know, as an armor.
Right.
I think that's probably why. It's like, oh, this is just an upgraded White Dress, but it really isn't.
Chat asking about the offering and why that's so good. The way that it works, it's a relic, so you put it on one of your 2 accessory slots there, and it changes fight to X fight, which the chatter also mentioned they played a bunch of FF5. That's the Ranger ability that changes your regular attack into 4 regular attacks with, I want to say, 3/4 damage. very nice in general, but also very good it paired with stuff like the Valiant Knife. Oh, hello. There's your weapon.
That's Ragnarok the sword, not the Esper, by the way.
But yeah, offering pretty good for physical offense builds, but you gotta have the right stuff to make it work. The Atma weapon is pretty good with it. Unfortunately, the weapons that have, God, goodness, procs. That's the word. Magic procs on them. The offering does cancel that out. So Illumina and Ragnarok, you're not really wanting to use the offering with those. Shadow Cid taking his big sword, doing a quick save. Gonna go check again. Take another crack at this.
Also digging them more music from this too.
Palador as the cheapo. Yeah, I love the range of music in this game. You got some of the, the final boss music is big operatic nonsense. It's a 13-minute long prog rock song, but then you also have the auction house music.
Whoa. Did you just say the opera is nonsense?
I mean, yeah, it's fun. I like nonsense.
Blasphemous. Okay, well, I will say I am a little disappointed in the remake. I wish they actually got a real person singing, not like it.
I was hoping for it too.
I was really hoping they actually get the woman who sang in their actual concerts and all to do it.
That would have been sweet.
Not a pop singer pretending to be an opera singer, which they did say in their interview that they wanted it that way. But fire truck back down the hill. Sorry, I'm a firefighter, it's a habit.
You have the radar.
Yeah, I do.
Shadow Cid getting... Oh!
Both Ragnaroks? What?
All right.
Okay.
Hey, all right.
Sure,
Got
we'll
the
get the
matching
sword
set.
and the Esper set, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I'm not an opera floozy. I'm a general. Shadow Cid getting that matching set, putting him at, I believe, 7 and 8. One Esper, or is that 7 and 7? So
Crappy
2
Ragnarok,
Espers away.
though.
Oh, nope, I was right the first time.
So we're up to 8 Espers now. So Shadow Cid making out pretty good with the auction house there. Definitely fooled me on that one.
Yeah, pulling ahead after...
I prefer getting the bosses, though. Get the boss fights in there and try to get a shortcut, though. But, half one dozen the other. Not sure where they're going to go from here. Maybe to Welch, maybe? Because there is an Aura Lance that's also available behind Terra. Nope, it's going to go for camp instead.
Okay.
Because there is an Aura Lance behind Terra's Welch check from the Locke weapons shop.
Aura Lance, not too bad. A decent stat stick, even if you don't have anybody who's got a good jump on him. Does have a Dragon Horn. Ooh. I don't believe we've seen the boots yet.
Moogle washing up on shore from the Serpent Trench.
He's drunk.
With rage.
He's drunk with rage.
That's an angry, wet, drunk mock, apparently. Ooh, swapping out Sabin?
That control is pretty crummy, and considering how much magic power is being thrown out in this seed, I can kind of see that.
Again, Aura Lance and we do have Dragon Boots and Aura Lance available, so if we can find the Dragon Horn, if we can find the Dragon Boots, that'd be nice.
Oh no, Cid also casting spells at the whatever you said earlier.
Oh no, not the Inyos. That's gonna hurt.
Oh. No, it won't. Weird.
Well, I mean, not tear down to 46 health. I mean, which by the way,
well, yeah,
but by the way, 48 minutes down into the race, and we only have 300 HP.
Yeah, Cid's levels are pretty low. That could be something that doesn't work out once he ends up making his way into the tower. But I had chat pointing out Gogo unfortunately cannot unlock the Paladin shield. The fights do not count on him.
Yeah, so this
Not sure why exactly.
Yeah, which I'm actually surprised Cid's doing that, because I know Cid's usually our news and statistician information specialist, so... Oh, did learn quick there.
He's working with a couple of
he's
of problems.
Yeah, he's fighting through COVID, so give him some love.
Yeah, level 16.
Arusta is about to face Toilet Atma, and there's a terror on the backside of this chick.
Oh, okay, chat helping me out there. I guess it's attached to whether or not they can gain magic points at the end of a fight. It's so weird in these old games. What is attached to what?
Because the Paladin shield learns Ultima, and that's attached to that. Okay. So it's a algorithm thing, programming.
Yeah. They didn't have a lot of space to work with. They crammed a lot of crap into this game. Oh, popping the heal rod on Gogo while he's confused. That's a good idea.
Yeah, but unfortunately it's because of the her shield, though. Woo! Cow doing work.
Yeah, blast. Whoa, that was a lot of experience points for Shadow Cid. Climbing really quickly up that power ranking.
Well, dinosaurs and dragons will do that.
Yeah. Even in real life, if you fight a dragon and win, it'd be pretty tough afterwards. Arusta taking out Toilet Atma.
Alright, they'll be rewarded with their Terra.
Lots of characters in this seed.
43 base magic power in Terra, by the way. That's pretty high.
Terra's my favorite. We can fight about it later, but...
Maybe the City of Opera Omnia maybe kind of like ruined me for Terra, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, I didn't play that one too much.
She does have a combo where you can keep it on her turn for like 7 turns in a row. Like if you're in a party of you're in a party of 3, and there's like, and each player controls like a character, like you can make it so that it stays on your turn like the entire fight.
Oh,
so it's kind of annoying when you have like Terra in the group.
Rude. Oh, found Fenrir. Was that? Yeah, okay, that was at the Imperial camp. Very, very nice Esper to find. Gets you protection from the ability Calmness that Tier 3 of the final battle uses, which will just kill a guy right off. But it counts as a physical attack, so if you have Fenrir on, if you have Golem, it'll get blocked, which I think Arusta found earlier. They're going to get their Fenrir here in a minute.
Sorry.
You're good.
Yeah. No, to finish my story, yeah, there's a reason why I like Celeste so much, because you can delay your the enemies or the AI's bots turns while also pulling their damage onto you, because it does have that runic ability. So I like being a team player. Huh?
Runic is very nice. God, what is it? Is it Hyperdrive that is runicable somehow? It's one of the weird Kefka moves that you can absorb with Runic.
No, it's not Fallen One.
No, I mean Ultima, obviously, if you run into that.
It's gotta be Hyperdrive,
which I
because
have.
it's definitely not the Hyper Claw, whatever it is.
Like a Havoc Wing.
I have a wing, yeah.
Arusta smartly
Oops!
just...
Oh no!
Oh no!
Shadow!
No.
Shadow Cid! No!
Get out of there!
You're ruining the opera!
They're professionals. They're just going to keep going.
Surprise!
Haven't seen that in a while.
Okay. What Shadow Cid just did is the lever you're supposed to pull in the World of Ruin when you face the dragon. You want to pull that one there on the right in order to go to the other side. Again, we got to give Shadow Cid a little leeway here. He is under the weather. Oh, but he does have Kefka unlock, and I forgot to do it. Shall I do it now?
Yeah, go for it. It's
All
a
right,
good
let's give him the unlock. Let's give him the unlock, everybody.
Happen.
Yeah!
So that everybody knows what the score is. Arusta, getting the Hermit Crab, not getting the double dragon fight like Shadow Cid did, unfortunately. Not going to get that sweet 20,000 experience points that Shadow Cid got out of their second fight.
Oh, that's unfortunate, though.
Block the rock.
Block rock Jayhawk.
Ad hoc rock block Jayhawk.
Oh!
Porcupines. Wow, yeah, there's a lot more monsters here than I thought there would.
Yeah, that's
a lot of variation.
Interesting random roll, yeah.
Yeah, Shadow Cid still, unfortunately, having that curse shield on Go-Go. Coming up on 9 fights. Hopefully he'll notice.
Mm-hmm. But definitely taking the right route here. Wait a minute. Why is he doing regular Opera House if he already has unlock?
My guess would be for these fights, maybe to try to unlock the Paladin shield, but unfortunately, that's not gonna pan out for him.
No.
Arusta getting his Fenrir,
which is a very good Esper. Arr.
It's a good pupper.
Second best doggo. Of course, the best doggo goes to Interceptor.
Oh, yeah. It's a counterattack. All right, Arusta heading over to the train.
Choo-choo. Does he? No, he doesn't. Okay. I would say if he had Celeste, he could suplex train, but she doesn't.
And so we do know that this is going to be another Esper, so Arusta is going to get their unlock at the end of this, or here in a moment, actually.
Ooh, Fenrir with +1 magic power, by the way.
It's a good Esper.
That's all it really has, though. I mean,
yeah.
But again, our offense is all magic, except for that Ragnarok we found in the... Oh, Inferno.
Oh, a robot is trying to destroy the opera.
We do have Ice 3,
fortunately,
both 3.
Yeah,
so
fortunately access to his weaknesses.
Oh.
And Arusta getting that 9th Esper.
8th Esper.
Is that 8?
That's only 8. He's still got one more.
Ah.
Yeah, he's a little behind because he didn't do the auction house shortcut that Shadow Cid did. He's also been fighting some of these extra fights there as Go-Go fortunately goes down. Curse Shield unfortunately does lower your defensive stats, though the big Wampin attack from Infernal would have hurt a little bit more than usual.
Yeah, it makes you less defensive, and I believe gives you weakness to all elements.
Everything, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, Go-Go getting punished for no reason, unfortunately.
Imp coming down to ruin the rest of the opera.
Must be a Dragoon Imp. Ammo weapon?
Ammo weapon? Yeah, it's alright.
That's not bad. Nobody in the party really used it except for Locke and Celeste, or maybe Sabin, but they're all on the bench.
Tara can use it, but
he has Ragnarok.
She's got other stuff going on right now.
Yeah, and as Media said, unfortunately, Cid's going to interpret that as, oh, Go-Go died. That's why the shield's not unlocked.
Yeah.
Yeah. fortunately.
A lot of silly little intricate things. It's kind of hard to keep in your head when you're racing these.
I think Shadow Cid still a little low on levels. He's probably going to go for a group stack onto Kefka's Tower now. Kefka's Tower entry 5840, we're going to call that. I think he's going to party stack left lane, though, and then it's going to hit this multiple times. Yep, that's exactly what it's going to do.
Yeah, early 30s. Gotta get a couple extra, especially when you don't have as much obvious offense. All they have are the tier 3 spells, really. Gotta compound that with some higher levels. Chat asking how many bosses we have for each runner. See if I can't figure that out.
Yeah, you have to check their streams or something and figure that out, or start to figure that out.
I'll go take a look. While Shadow Cid's going through, about to run into the Inferno spot. Dataluma. The guy with a weird stance. Tiny little baby feet.
Next to another guy with tiny baby feet.
the two guys that just insist on their glamour muscles. I will admit that everything I know about bodybuilding I learned from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, so I might not be using that term properly.
Clearly, I went to Panama Beach, so all those flexing guys there on the beach there, you know?
So let's make a boss out of this!
I know!
I just got an idea. Checking Shadow Cid right now, looks like he's got 4 bosses.
Okay.
So not a lot.
Yeah, a lot of these checks were free checks, so definitely not going to get a shortcut.
Arusta also at 4 bosses.
Yeah, well, about to be number 5 here.
So yeah, probably not going to... It might be a little bit rough to go try for the skip. Although I like Shadow Cid doing
he
this.
has 2 experience eggs?
Ooh. Where do you get that second one?
I don't know. 2 experience eggs, though. Hello.
Very nice. I do like Shadow Cid doing this anyway, just to keep as much experience in the main party as you possibly can. Like you said, they're coming into this at the low 30s. not a ton of offense.
Well, Ultra's staying in the water though, in the waterfall here.
Went and saw a show and decided to jump down and jump off a waterfall.
Well, maybe he was chasing waterfalls.
You shouldn't do that. I hear.
No.
In addition, you shouldn't be going and making phony calls. Just stick to the 7-digit numbers you're used to.
Second ABBA weapon, which, by the way, Shadow Cid does have a Genji glove.
Might not be a bad idea to pivot Terra over to that. I don't know if they've found any HP. I don't know if they found any HP buffs. I don't think there have been any strength buffs.
Ooh,
so,
is this an Esper for Arusta? Thunder Shield, dead check, no!
Oof.
Ooh, boy. Welk is still on the table. We can do that. Or he's gonna do... Oh, he's gonna do Terra's Treasure Room to Esper Cave. Fortunately, not really gonna find much except for the Genji glove here.
Yeah. There's Celeste at the end of it, which is that going to be their 8th character, and unfortunately not a lot in the treasure rooms. So it is still anyone's game. Arusta just has to find that last Esper to be able to jump into the tower. But Shadow Cid doing a pretty good job pulling ahead after Arusta had a really strong opening, but flagged a bit in the middle. Shadow Cid was able to pull ahead.
So basically, Arusta's next path here is going to get Celeste off this check. Likely will go to the Celeste prison in South Figaro, which will give them the Unicorn Esper, which will be Esper number 9. That's likely going to be their path here.
They're probably going to head into the tower soon. And I haven't gotten a good look at their levels yet, so they might be a good idea for them to just...
did not push down there, unfortunately, to get through that.
Hot foot.
You want to be holding down there on that bridge to walk down through that way. How I do it is you walk down that plank he was just on, double back, sit next to the treasure chest. You can open the treasure chest when it flip-flops to that side. You pull down on that bridge to walk down through it.
Arusta resisting the urge to go check that treasure chest. Good job.
Yeah, that was a bad check anyways. This one's also not that great either.
It's an elixir.
Well, it's an elixir,
yeah.
Dime a dozen.
I think they have like 9 at this point. Oh, they're in the mid-40s.
Oh, high 30s, low 40s, yeah.
So,
yeah, taking
definitely.
a thief here.
Oh.
Magical urn, which is nothing.
Oh, they have Mog though. So now they have magical urn for rage.
But he didn't fight it though, so he's not gonna have it now. What's the rage for magical urn?
I want to say cure 3, something like that. Plus it gives you like a bunch of resistances.
Oh,
it's a defensive rage, but
still not a bad thing to have. It's having a character just set to be just healing the party and just focus on whatever you want to do with the rest of them. Where did Shadow Cid just go?
Oh, they dipped out of the tower.
But he was in World of Balance. He reset.
Oh, I missed that.
Oh, he reset. What?
Oh no! What did he run into?
Reset didn't save.
Oh, I missed what he ran into. That gave him
how
trouble.
far back did he go?
Let's see. Oh, it was almost 10 minutes. Didn't he get in at like 55, 56?
Yeah, he still has Opera though. Yeah, but he reset his character's side back up on the left again.
Yeah, I didn't see if he did a wipe or if he left. He might have just done one side and is now going to the other.
No, okay, that is just open. I guess he just reset.
Yeah, chat's mentioning that he did actually leave and didn't reset out.
Okay. Because I got confused because he was the World of Balance there for a second, so that kind of threw me off. Arusta doing the trick there, where if you steal from the Urs and he steals money from you, when you get it back, you get that plus interest because of the bonus gold increase because of the randomizer. So he stole 10,000, but because he stole the gold plus bonus, you got 80,000 back.
Hey, I mean that's all you need for the auction house. That's where I'd be going next after that.
Yeah. And that's exactly where he's... okay, he was going that direction. Now he's going to Welk? No, now he's going back down to where Auction House is, but he's doing the World of Balance instead of World of Ruin. Technically he's supposed to do this in World of Ruin.
What is the... I remember there's a difference. I forget what the difference is exactly. I think in the World of Ruin, you have less of a chance of running into the Imp Robot because there's more stuff. I forget exactly.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, just go right into it. Let's see if he gets
that silver luck.
You got that money.
Nope. Might get the Ragnarok here. No, it's a Peace Ring. He gets the other one. So Peace Ring was the 4th item available.
Chat helping me out. The no imp robot, but you can't buy out the junk. So you don't get the guaranteed Espers
so you
after.
just have to skip this every time.
Yeah.
So the lady wins every time. Miss Moneybags over there in the second row.
She's a jerk. Oh ho ho ho!
Ho ho ho! I can't lose. There it is.
There it is.
Oh, it's Palador.
Hey, that's the better one. Ragnarok wasn't really doing much. Shadow Cid making his way through it. This is tough to do if you don't have the skip afterwards. Getting all these bosses down. It takes a lot of time going through and doing all these little weight puzzles. And click! The padlock is open, and there's a clown now. Let's go beat him up.
By the way, the animation is from Destiny Opera Omnia. The computer version, not the mobile version, obviously.
Yeah, Vanilla Guardian. That's not something you want to find this late. This guy has a ton of HP if you find him this late in the game.
Still trying to unlock the damn shield on Go-Go, though.
Perseverance.
Arusta doing some last-minute shopping at the base of Kefka's tower in Albrook. Oh, this is why you don't want to face Guardian this late in the game. That shrapnel attack alone. And once again, Go-Go dies, so again he thinks it's not unlocked because Go-Go died.
The fates are conspiring to give Shadow Cid misinformation.
Yeah. Fake news for Shadow Cid here.
Going to using a tent. Must have run out of sleeping bags.
Actually, because Rooster's in World of Ruin, he actually can get that bonus chest there on the docks.
Opts out of taking that and the item in the barrel. It's eyes on the prize at this point, especially at an hour 11.
Yeah, just looking for probably elixirs or whatever.
Couldn't spend that money, unfortunately.
Uncle Ulti again.
I believe this is the
Ultros
mountain
3.
version.
Yeah, this is Ultros 3. Let's see how Arusta's going to approach this. It looks like they're dividing their party up. So unlike Shadow Cid that's been grinding each lane individually, Arusta's going to split the party here and is going to hit the lanes all at once. Now, I haven't seen many tough bosses except for the Guardian so far, so this could work out.
Yeah, Guardian will give him some headaches, but I think Gao, whichever
Vanilla Guardian
team,
too.
Whichever team they decide to send up the middle, hopefully it will be the one with two good characters in it. But yeah, other than that, nothing.
Well,
nothing
it's at least
too
Gao.
fancy.
Well, middle lane's going to be Gao, which has shock. Didn't see who the second character was. I think it might have been Go-Go. So
I think it was Celeste. Yeah, the third team didn't have the double. I think they put the middle team is the one that had the two decent characters in it.
So you might flip-flop this as the left lane might go middle then. Because Mog and Go-Go's part of their party.
Mm-hmm.
Shadow Cid now round 3 of the climb, so we're actually pretty even, except for the boss fights.
Yeah, this is still anybody's game, even this late. A lot of rubber banding for the lead between these two runners.
Where's Shadow Cid's levels now?
I believe just shy of 45.
Okay, so he's got the levels now.
Oof, empty. I always love taking a chest or two on Kefka's tower just to see what you don't run into something ridiculous.
Extra elixirs, yeah.
I think there was an Atma weapon in one of these.
Oh, there's the double Atma weapon Terra coming out now.
Hey!
Not very good armor, though, to support
just
it, though.
40. Not quite as high as I thought. Only just hitting 40.
Yeah, Arusta's over 40 on their characters. They're over the hill. By the way, I want to thank you viewers for watching. 46 viewers for this broadcast. Appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks out there. If you guys want to, please follow these runners. We do this a fair bit. They're definitely playing this pretty frequently, and they're fun to watch. So please follow the runners. Get that up in the chat here in a little bit. That's the command. There we go.
Beat you.
You won.
One for you, Fitz. Rating with a part of you too. Appreciate that.
Hey, Fitz.
By the way, update for you. Jex Farrock in the Coliseum 2 Locke's knife match between Jex Farrock and Jaximus. Jex beat Jack. 125-34 to 128-23.
Congratulations,
so Jex
Jex.
Farrock will be moving on to the next round. I believe that was a bottom tier match.
Ooh, Terra doing 8k with her regular attack.
Oof. Rough.
32,000 experience points. Yeah, this is a good strategy. Going after that dragon with your full party, even here this late, just to squeak out a little bit more offense.
Yeah,
Terra's doing a good job now, but still having to rely on the level 3 spells.
Yep, that Jex Farrock, Jax mismatch. Jax is moving on. That was a lower bracket match, so that means Jack is eliminated from the tournament, and Jax is going to move on to face Mogray next week.
That's a toughie.
That's going to be a tough match. Both ways.
Oh, yeah. The Mad Doctor.
Well, we still got this match right in front of us. Again, this is the Chupon's Pit semifinal B match. The winner is going to move on to face Keith McRocks, who's also in the chat. Say hi to them. For the grand final next week. That final, by the way, will be on Locke's flag set.
Deceptively like I looking at Locke's flag set, it almost seems too normal, but there's a lot of little things that it changes that trip people up.
By the way, while we have a moment, just going to quickly pull away just for one quick second, let everybody know our next week's flags are available. They've been already leaked out. It's going to be Strago's Rod. So breakable rods available, plus 10 magic power. Strago's going to start with 6 to 12 lures at 50 to 100%. If you do Ebbett's Rock and Fanatics, it's going to be learn all 24 lures. Shock's on, max magic's off, and Esper's going to be a little weak, only 1 to 2 spells. Multi-summon's on for them, however. And breakable odds are going to be available in shop.
Strago is a popular punching bag in the community, but sometimes he can work out, especially if he has natural lore. Lore's a pretty good command if you can get your hands on Pearl Wind, if you can get your hands on Quasar or Grand Terrain. You can still do a lot with that thing. Chad asking what he is riding in that pick. That's a good question. Kind of looks like a weird bug. I guess it's some kind of Magitech armor.
That artwork was actually from the original Final Fantasy III artwork that was in the tutorial guide, or player's guide.
I remember that. Is it? Was that made like in America, or is that part of the official like concept art originally as well?
I think it was from the original concept art.
It seems like there's a lot of. It seems like there's a lot of ideas that they didn't quite have time to pan out for in this one.
I think it was supposed to be a mobility hover scooter, not to just drive into that old man thing again. But yeah, Shadow Cid taking on the last boss available, Doom Gaze. Hello, and I think he's got level 40.
Oh no!
So you might feel this math. Okay, you got it. Oof.
That dragon was the right call. That brought him up to 45.
Yes, it was. Fire 2 though. We don't have Fire 3. So a little bit slower on this, but no, Atma weapon, 10,000 damage per pop here.
And that dragon also giving Terra another 2,000 damage per attack.
Oh, but Moogle will fail the math test.
Oof.
Looks like Sabin's the Cursed Shield unlocker in his spare time.
Yeah, I guess so. Don't need him doing anything else in this fight, really, other than throwing items. Shadow Cid making his way through Doom Gaze. That thing has a lot of health at this point.
Arusta, with Log of the party, only has Ice 3 as a spell.
Uh-oh.
So, you're going to have to go to something else here as Sabin goes down, so no unlock there.
Opts for the Chaos Dragon, which
Yeah,
I don't remember
I
what
think
that
it's Meteor.
move is. The Meteor's alright.
Or Disaster, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Which I think is autokill? It's going to miss.
I think it's a bunch of status ailments, I believe.
Yeah,
Shadow Cid stepping on the switches, heading into the final battle.
120-14 for the switches for Shadow Cid. So having gone into the Kefka's tower, I'll call it 120-20. So that took him. He's been in the tower for 22 minutes.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense considering how quickly he got the unlock. But that is an awful long time.
But it was an interesting way to grind those levels that he was missing, though.
Arusta starting to break some of his equipment to take out this Doom Gaze.
Yeah. But unfortunately, would be better off breaking the equipment with Mog and then mimicking it with Go-Go here, though.
Yeah.
But anyways, first tier Shadow Cid. Take it away. Or you want me to explain it?
Sorry. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Yes, the first tier is pretty normal by comparison. Lots of physical damage. You have 3 targets there, the 2 hands and the face. Face is weak against fire. The long arm there, the one closest to the screen, is weak against instant death. That's why you saw X Zone pop out just then. And the one in the back, I think, is like weak against water or something like that. But that is the one you want to kill last, because the other 2 have very nasty counterattacks if they are the last one killed in the fight. Mostly physical attacks, not a whole lot of weird stuff. You can get hit with Slip Hit on this tier, which can come back to bite you in the butt later on down the road. But
Oof.
Other than that, oh, wow, yeah. He'll use reverse polarity on you, and then he will just punch you right in the face.
Yeah, he swaps reverse polarity, swaps the rows with your 2 lines there, and he will fortunately target the weaker armored targets there.
Oh, Arusta, unfortunately, having to make that walk back up there. Had to cancel out of the Doom Gaze fight.
Ooh, dodging that slip hit that you were mentioning before. Oh.
Yeah, this is one of the reasons why I like having a snow muffler on hand. God, 824 in the back row.
Yeah, well, we didn't find any armor in this seat. So
2,000!
2,000 on Go-Go, too.
They got the health for it, but woof. Yeah, sadly not getting... I guess probably wouldn't have used it, the Paladin Shield on Terra, opting for the Genji Glove maneuver, but having a Paladin Shield on your Atma weapon user is a very nice way to keep them topped off. But Shadow Cid doesn't need it. Does a bunch of damage and heads on his way up to Tier 2. Which, this one's very complicated, but...
Yeah, so Tier 2 here, coming into view there at the bottom is Tiger. They are weak to Ice. We do have Ice 3 available, so that's fine. The one sitting on top of it is Bluey or Hits. They're actually weak to Stop, of all things, so you can actually prevent them from attacking you for a little bit and focus on the other two targets, which is usually Tiger and Magic in the back. Right in the middle of the screen there, where the feminine form there is leaning up against the vine or tower of steam stacks or smokestack. That is Magic or Tool. That's Tools rather. They're weak to that X zone that you just saw on your screen and that missed, unfortunately. They're weak to instant death, so stuff like Odin and X zone or Doom takes them out really early on in the game. And last but not least is Magic. That is the Kefka-looking figure there on the backside facing away. They cast a lot of magic spells. They're actually weak to Mute, of all things, so that basically prevents them from doing anything. But unfortunately, none of our racers, I believe, found Mute. So they're going to have to contend with trying to kill Tiger, X-Zone Tools, focus down Bluey, or put stop on Bluey, rather, and just try to focus down Magic and Tiger here. And that's a lot of damage to the party here, as we also have a reset by Arusta.
Yeah, he got beat up by Guardian. Kind of tough. Two really nasty fights here near the end of the tower. It turns out that Shadow Cid's strategy of sending your full party up there was not a bad idea.
Yeah, Arusta warping out now. Probably going to go with that stat right now. Is just going to stack parties up and just go try to take one road out at a time.
That's something fun that I didn't notice until I started playing this, is just how arrogant the last boss is. Like, all of these little Kefka-looking pieces crammed together. That guy has a bit of an ego.
Well, it's all the various forms. This actual tier, lore-wise and design and everything, is the actual, like, personalities of Kefka. It's the madness of Kefka with all his personalities and stuff. It's also the combination of magic and future, like, tools and stuff combining as one.
Yeah.
That's why you see the smokestacks. That's why you see magic mixed in with this, with these spells and everything. That's why I see tools with the Magitech armors. It's a combination of all that combined into one thing, as we do see hits coming out with some pretty powerful blows here.
10 hits, scarier than it's ever been.
Anthropomorphic... Oh, okay, the chat just jumped on me, sorry. Anthropophagic 64 rating with a party of 19. We appreciate you trying out the game for the first time and rolling the seed and learning how to play and everything. We do appreciate that. I hope the event went very, very well for you. I believe that was a fundraiser event. So
yeah,
that went very, very well.
Good charity event.
Yep.
I believe Double Down was coaching him throughout. I watched a little bit of that earlier.
Who's also, by the way, Double Down is also the commissioner of the Coliseum 2 event, so...
He's here to prevent shenanigans.
And like I said, we have the Coliseum 2 event, we have fundraiser events and everything. If you want to learn more about it, head over to ff6wc.com/Discord. You get the latest news and info of what we're doing in the community for all the events and everything. We actually have another event coming up here. I believe it's a Square Enix event, where I believe two of our administrators are going to be showing off the game to an actual and have an actual panel about this game.
That's cool.
I believe it's coming up this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. But that's coming up very, very soon.
Shadow Cid heading up to Tier 3 here. This one is the scary one. That little bust in the back there is, I believe that's Lady. That is the one that you want to take out first. It has Pearl Wind and Life 2. So you got to get rid of that thing first before you can take care of the thing in front, which I forget what that thing's name is. Goddess? Something like that? Statue of the Gods Q, or whatever it ends up being. Terra making short work of Lady there. But that one in the front is very dangerous. It does some okay stuff right out the gate. Oh, sleep. Thank you, chat. It's got a nasty physical attack that it might actually be a problem for this low-level defense here. But the real thing to worry about is once it gets down to low health, it will start countering with Meteo, which is a somewhat inaccurate high-damage magic attack. And Train, is it Train in this one? Which will inflict all the party members with blind and silence, which really can kill your momentum there. And then once you finally do kill it, unfortunately, it will use that calmness attack that we talked about earlier, which just wipes a character out. But they've got Fenrir up, so they should be fine. And it wipes that character out immediately before going up into the final Kefka fight, which can be a huge problem.
So yeah, just an update on that event. It's called Super Magfest event. Our leading executive Moogle, which is Ravlin, they will be there at event, commentating the event on Friday, January 6th at 9 a.m. They'll be doing a speedrunning event for charity. And the next day, Saturday, January 7th at 10:30, they'll be actually doing the panel, talking about racing the random video game randomizers and speedrunning them. And using our Worlds Collide as example, as we get to the top of Tier 4 for Kefka, Shadow Cid's side, it is Kefka himself luring down from the heavens.
Here he comes. Here he comes.
Does he sing do a dee 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 dum dee dee do?
I think I was doing a Tim and Eric bit, so.
Oh, okay.
Which is fair that no one else would know it.
So Kefka here, Tier 4 here for Kefka. His opener is going to be Fallen One. It lets you do enough damage to get through it. It's going to change everybody's HP down to 1. But we turn around and use that Mega Elixir there they just saw on the screen there. That'll counter that to bring our entire party's HP back up to maximum, along with their magic points too, for casting spells. And after that, it's all about a math game, trying to get him down low enough to get into the Goner form, which is a charge-up attack. Once he's in that charge-up attack, he cannot counter with any of his hyperdrives or Ultima abilities when he gets down to really low HP. And it's pretty much just a numbers game right there.
Yeah, he's got some tricky counterattacks, and if you eat a Havoc Wing, you're probably going to get killed, especially with this low of defense. But it's a very prescriptive fight. If you do it the right way, it'll go the way you want it to. Still has Fenrir on, so a lot of those nasty physical attacks aren't going to be bothering him too much, as Arusta takes care of the Guardian after taking a very scary missile attack right near the end.
Yepper. So about the Fenrir there, so Havoc Wing is going to be the missing attack there as Hyperdrive comes out. This was the counters we're talking about. So now we got a low enough HP, so now we're just going to have to hang out just for a little bit, wait for him to get into the Garner charge up now, really. Because if you get him too low, you might get into the Ultima counter here soon. So here's the charge up. Now we want to dump out all our heaviest damage. This is when you want to use our magic shields and stuff, if we have them. Thunder Shield, Fire Shield, Ice Shields, because those do direct magic damage. That pierces the armor of them. I think that's a kapow kapow. Yep.
Hey, there it is.
There it is.
GG's to Shadow Cid. Coming at 132.05.
132.05.
Yeah, GG's to Shadow Cid, figuring out how to make some decent offense on a pretty low attack seed here. As Arusta takes out the final Ultros. Yep, using a Warp Stone, gonna take his full party up there to fight Doomgaze. Not a bad idea.
We'll try to get Shadow Cid in the chat here if we can try here.
See if he's feeling up to it.
If you're feeling up to it again. Shadow Cid battling not just Kefka, but also the Kefka virus, the coronavirus.
I'm willing to blame that one on Kefka.
Yeah. He said he's gonna try. He'll jump in a little bit. Let's give him a bit of a break. Running for 90 minutes straight does kind of get to you. Oh, here we go. And there is Shadow Cid, or Cid himself, in our chat. GG to you, bud.
Yeah, GG's.
Thanks. That was an interesting one.
Yeah, kind of low offense. You pretty much didn't have anything to do other than throw out those tier 3 spells, which you got like nearly right away at the beginning. How were you planning that out? Were you looking around for anything else that you can throw, or did you just decide to like stay the course with magic offense?
So because of the way scaling worked, I wanted to get all of like my non-combat checks out of the way ASAP, so I had more options for Magicite. Kind of hoping for Ultima, and that never panned out. It was nice that I got a Ragnarok and some ammo weapons, so I like that. And the curse shield, I kind of forgot Gogo couldn't curse it.
Yeah.
We were wondering.
I googled that like right in the middle. If you saw my game pause for a while, I tabbed out and was like, wait a second. Like, oh, yeah.
We noticed it kept being like coincidental. Like Gogo kept dying at the end of a boss fight or something like that, and we were thinking like, oh no, like the world is giving you this bad information on purpose.
I wasn't too upset about it because Gogo is just, like a mimic bot anyway, so he was going to use either people's skills, or if he'd use the Ragnarok, and he could, which was nice, that was the direction I was going to go with him anyway, so that was kind of a Hail Mary, because I didn't really want to decurse with anybody else, because I sold my ribbon early on, and that kind of stunk.
Now, before we went to Kefka's Tower, he did do an extra check at Opera House. Were you trying to get the battles and try to unlock the shield? Was that part of it?
Yes and no. It would have been nice. I wasn't sure at that point, but that was mostly for getting levels. Because I think I was around like 20 or something at that point when Kefka's Tower unlocked. So I just wanted to do some checks that forced some combat really quickly. So I was on par with what the tower climb would be.
And when you did the power climb, you actually went to Kefka's Tower at 5840. Entering the Kefka's Tower 3 times with the entire party hitting each lane, trying to get those levels up, I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's a Cid special. Warpstone 3 times in Kefka's Tower. I don't know if it's a good idea, but I'll blame COVID on that one. It sounded like a good idea in my head at the time.
Well, I mean, it worked out. I mean, you ended up running into Doomgaze, into a Vanilla Guardian. So it definitely worked out for you.
Yeah, I guess it is kind of a risk. You don't, because if you run into like all 3 Ultroses at the statue slot, then it didn't really matter. But in this case, you ran into Vanilla Guardian and Doomgaze, and you had much less trouble with them than Arusta did, unfortunately. Or fortunately for you.
Yeah, that worked out well. I was getting a little head fog there with the switches, and I actually did the wrong switch first, which that led to the 3 warps, because I was just going to do 2. And I'm like, okay. But it would have been Doomgaze anyway, so it wasn't the worst.
Don't worry, the entire chat laughed at that, so you're good.
Yeah, everybody saw.
Yeah, I just wasn't in the right headspace for it. Like, wait, what switch? Oh, I don't know. What party goes where?
For the information you didn't know about, Arusta did have 2 experience eggs through their travels. And also, I don't know if they saw it or not, because it kind of went through it very quick, but Phasma World of Balance had VKs.
Oh, nice. And never even touched the Mazda.
Yeah, once Locke was in play, we were both just biting our nails, like, oh, are they gonna get it? Are they gonna do it? Are they gonna do it? Like, I don't think anybody I don't think Arusta went back to grab those either.
Offering was on the table. We had Locke available. I was like,
Yeah. Searching for that because I kind of sold everything just to get the 2 auction house Espers. So it would have been painful trying to pick those up.
But yeah, pretty good luck on the auction house as well.
Yeah.
Got the
no complaints there.
Both Ragnaroks.
Yeah,
Worked out.
that was my first real physical offense. I think it was from the auction house, and that was what 50 minutes in. So
Yeah,
nice.
I thought you were going to do Magitech Facility instead of going to the auction house there.
It's still kind of like I want to get all the freebie stuff so that the bosses are low levels. So auction house is free, no combat.
Yeah, and neither of you ended up running into a lot of bosses at that point. So even getting those 4 from Magitech Facility wouldn't have gotten you the skip.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about the skip when I saw the unlock because I was at I think 4 bosses.
Yeah, you're only at 4 or
This
5
is
bosses
even-
total.
no.
I think with both of you went to KT. So
Yeah, wasn't even a consideration. I just warpstone and warpstone.
well, we know you're a little under the weather, but we're just going to wrap up here. Next round will be Locke's flag set, and you're going to be playing against Keith McRocks. Any word on that?
Keep in mind he's in the chat,
Yeah, Keith McRocks watched this entire race. He was here at the beginning, so
doing espionage here.
You can see how I play with COVID. I'll hopefully be better by then. But I haven't looked at the flag set yet, to be perfectly honest. So I'll try and get some practice in this week, make it a nice competitive race.
But we got a second here. We can pop it up for you real quick because it's not fighting anything. But Locke's Knife is going to be next week's flag set for Shadow Cid and Keith McRocks. Plus 10 speed, plus 5 strength, minus 5 magic power for all the characters. Coliseum win will be auto haste. So the entire party is going to have haste 2 on them, which will not be removed. Steal always, which means you have a 100% chance to steal an item. Chests are 100% randomized. You don't start with any gold, though. And I believe your selling fraction is down to a quarter. So you got to find a lot of items in chests, a lot of treasure hunting, because, Locke is a treasure hunter, not a thief. You do start with 10 Phoenix Downs. Shops are random tiered at price of 150 to 200% price. Also, Super Balls are available.
Oh. So this is kind of tailor-made for me because if you saw my treasure chest, I had 107 looted. And that's usually how I end up.
Yes.
Yeah, I love roll the dice. I love seeing it. I love seeing a chest opening. And this is a very strange. It doesn't feel like it's going to be that different. Like the main change is you start out with no money, so shops are kind of you got to find that good stuff to sell early on. But then once you sell it, you're only getting maybe like 10K for Genji equipment at that point. So it can be kind of tough to make strong decisions about which what equipment you're going to have. The auto haste though is excellent. Really worth getting.
That seems mandatory. That's even a free win versus Tentacles.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. I figured that out during a little practice stream. The tentacle fight, they only grab you if you are inflicted with slow.
Correct.
So that's a good way to just kind of short circuit that whole fight.
I've been known to use Marvel shoes or sprint shoes to actually get through that fight with an underlevel party.
All right. Anything else you'd like to say before we let you go back to bed?
Yeah, right. Thanks for the restream. I always appreciate it. Y'all guys are awesome. And definitely GG's to Arusta. This was a fun seed. I enjoyed playing it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thanks for putting on a show for everybody.
GG, and hope you feel better next week for the grand finale for the pit.
Thanks. GG's.
Swapping over to Arusta's screen real quick.
Oh,
Doomgaze is being a real jerk. Back-to-back Dooms and really getting some bad luck with that weird no-legged winged thing. Taking Realm up the side, looks like...
I believe this is Ultros. No, it's Infinite and Shiva. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, fighting against the current here. but I always respect somebody playing it all the way out.
Yepper. And these matches, by the way, if you missed any of our matches or some of the matches that we didn't stream and like that, you can go to our YouTube, which is youtube.com/FF6 Worlds Collide. And you can catch all the VODs, commentated and not commentated, right there. Every match from the entire tournament, and you can catch up on all the action there. If you want to see what the newest videos are, again, our Discord has all the latest news and info there. So,
plus you can get access to the Cid bot, which is a very nice way to make these things. There's usually a lot of fun little flag sets that people have made. You can have access to all of these Coliseum ones, for example. Now, Arusta going to take another crack at. Going to take one more shot at Doomgaze here. Still no fire spells, but popping the Paladin shield on.
Well, we do have a flame shield, so that does teach fire too.
Oh, that's true.
So we could do a couple of mini fights here, trying to learn fire 2 for a couple minutes, but we do have cold protection now between the Paladin shield and the fire shield. So we do have meteor too. Meteor is actually not a bad spell here.
Yeah, it might do a lot more than Bolt 3. It does take a little while for the animation to play, but
yeah, but at this point we're not running. This is just battle for survival now. At this point,
yeah.
Also, X magic does, I believe, lower the damage output of spells.
Oh, does it do a similar kind of?
Yeah, it's kind of like offering
reduction,
where it lowers the damage of it. So casting 2 bolts is like casting like 1.5 bolts, so it does increase it by like 50%, I believe. But X magic's really good for like when you want to cast like multiple like 3s, or if you want to cast the spell quick and do like a quick and if you have like an economizer. So you want to do like fire 3 quick, fire 3 quick, fire 3 quick, and just kind of bounce it like that way. You can do that as well. But see how Bolt 3 is doing a lot less damage for Go-Go now that he did the X magic mode? It's pretty much doing about the same, like just slightly less. So
yeah, the chat pointing out what probably is the strat here, which is Pearl Rod plus Mimic. It's a fun little gimmick. Go-Go can mimic broken items as often as he wants.
And I believe the Holy he's weak to Holy, so ooh, he definitely wants to do it now after the arrow. Okay, that didn't do as much damage as I thought it would. But yeah, break this and mimic it.
Yeah, he saw it. All right.
There we go.
This guy's going down now.
No, mimic. Don't you want to mimic it? Yeah, no, I know you're pausing. 99.99. Yeah, we do it, man.
I believe fight and sword tech are the only 2 commands that don't stop the timer on wait mode.
There we go.
Nice.
Double quad 9s.
I believe Mimic and Steel and stuff like that, you can click on those also to get the timer to stop.
Yep.
Zaustra gets through Doomgaze.
And that's some pro strats for those of you watching who's just starting to learn what this is and want to try it out for yourselves. That is definitely a strat. That's a pro strat you want to do, is sit on the magic screen, because it does delay the Doom counters and other AT bar like progressions and stuff to intentionally stall the game while other things are happening. And also want to give a shout out to Oh No, It's Melissa for the follow. Appreciate that. By the way, for those of you who haven't gone over to a YouTube page, we are actually about 170 subscribers away from 1,000.
Hey!
And we want to hit that 1,000 number, because that's when a lot of cool things are going to happen for our community. So if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube, go over there now, please, and try and check it out.
It's been very active lately. All these Coliseum fights are getting uploaded nearly daily.
Yeah,
plenty of stuff to watch over there.
Oh yeah, we're posting like 7-8 videos a week minimum. Along with, of course, the Schwanz's wrap-up video the previous week. 30-minute video highlighting every single match and the top 5 big plays and the top 5 bad plays or weird things that happened in the matches. So
Bloopers.
I don't think we're YouTube flag, but I will type it up for you.
All right, as Arusta is about to step on that switch, just getting all their stuff together, make sure they got Fenrir and Golem and Arusta steps on the switch at 148.32.
Schwans, get on that. You're an admin.
Especially since it's getting a lot more play now.
Yeah. Well, it kind of got a revival back in, I want to say, middle of September. I'm actually one of the community managers for our community, so when I took over YouTube, I definitely pushed out more content, tried to build it up, and we've gotten, I want to say, about 250, 300 subscribers since taking over in September. So we're definitely growing that base considerably over the last few months, so it's been great.
I've been plugging it a little bit.
Yeah.
It's good to just have on, like doing chores and stuff. The commentary is rather nice.
Yes, yes. I also want to give out shout-outs to the other people behind the scenes, like, for instance, Ceiling Cat, who's been tracking the race for us, filling out our Excel sheets and everything, or Google Sheets, rather, to keep us on track and on task, and doing the graphics at the bottom of the screen that you see with all the characters and the Esper accounts like that. She's in charge of keeping us in line for that, so appreciate her a lot.
Yeah, and a big thanks to my co-commentator, Saberwolf here, who has also been restreaming this entire time, doing double duty.
Yep, pulling double duty, doing the restreams, and also doing the VODs, because after we're done with this match, I gotta edit the Jex for Rock match after this, unless Schwanz is doing it. Let me know if you're doing it, Schwanz. I gotta edit that afterwards, so this, so if you missed this match in its entirety, the entire match will be available on our YouTube, so.
Alright, Arusta taking care of tier 1 here with some big magic damage. X-Zone taking care of the long arm. Gao wearing the Moogle suit and tripping me up there a little bit, trying to figure out who was who.
Arusta's like, I'm gonna finish this out for fun.
Hey man.
Hey, we're with you.
You gotta fight him. Can't let the game win.
But
you absolutely can. Sometimes forfeiting is the thing to do. But I think Arusta has this. They just have to make their way up past tier 3 without losing any of their high damage characters.
By the way, another thing about long arm, it is also weak against break and shout, which is petrify.
Oh yeah,
so that is another
one,
option you can do.
So that one can be petrified, but the tier 2 tools cannot, I believe.
No, that one has to be instant death, like Scimitar or whatever that boomerang one is. Those weapons can do it too.
Odin,
Raiden. And Raiden.
Zantetsuken.
Shoryuken! Sorry.
Throw a fireball. Well, that's Aura Blast. Well, I guess that's probably a Kamehameha wave, actually.
I think somebody like whatever Ryu from Street Fighter, like one of the things he said was like something toilet, I think it was, or whatever it was.
I think that the common misunderstanding of what he was saying, Tatsumaki Senpu Kyaku.
Yeah,
that's spinning kick, and
that's the
on a
kick
Super
one, yeah.
Nintendo, you're not understanding what the world he's saying there.
No, but I think it's like if you translate it, it translated into like something else.
Oh, I don't know about that. Maybe.
Oh no! Wait, the command already exists? Oh, it's under YT. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, it's already there.
There we go.
The more you
Somebody
know.
in the past was smart. firing off those Ice 3s to take out Tiger early on. The reason that you want to take out Tiger early on is he does have a move that causes zombie.
And along with other things like freezing the party and stuff. Like, he's weak to ice, but he's also casting like ice stuff at you, which is kind of weird.
Oh, I thought that was Tools that had the.
Maybe it's Tools
the
that does
freeze.
that.
It might be him. Anyway, that has messed up, especially on some of the weirder flag sets, like the Setzer one that had real goofy item costs. It was kind of not necessarily a guarantee that you were going to have a stack of Revivifies by the end of the game.
Thank you, Kat.
So Ice 3 still doing some work here. Not the best thing to have. I think Fire 3. I think Fire tends to be more of a common weakness, and the animation is just nice and quick. Big thing comes out of the sky, boom. But Ice 3 still doing good damage.
Yeah, Fire 3 is good on that head of the first tier, then it's whatever you want to use for the rest of it, really, except for Ice 3 on Tiger. Then it's whatever you want to use after that. But yeah, Fire 3 I think has the fastest quote-unquote animation. What's the term I'm trying to figure out? Like the fastest of trying to get through a run, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I think the Ice 3 is the longest one. Bolt 3 is still pretty good. It's just the Lightning Bolt coming down. But the difference between that and Fire 3 is kind of minimal.
Yes, Keith, we know. It was an Ultima Frenzy for your match. We know.
Yeah, obviously, if you got the big blue bubble, you can hear the bwoo. Everyone loves the bwoo. It's a good sound effect.
Ring!
Shink. Yeah, honestly, Keith, Merton's my favorite. Once I learned how to use Merton, that's my favorite spell in the game by a wide margin.
Yeah, Merton is probably one of the best ones, but you need to have either a Flame Shield, Paladin Shield, Red Jacket, Rage Ring. I think that's it, right?
Oh, there's one more.
One more.
Minerva.
So
certain. Minerva, that's it. And yeah, if you have the Absorption stuff, Fire Shields, the Rage Rings, Paladin Shield, then it is also the best healing spell in the game.
Yeah. Because it heals more than it does damage, which is kind of weird. Well, that's a dead magic there, and I believe this is going to be tier 3 for... tier 3 for Arusta. Good health here. It does have Fenrir for the Calmness Protection. So it should be pretty good here. Oh, Blizzorb. Yep, that's another one. An uncommon one, because usually I only use it for Yamaro, but...
Oh, yeah. I think the Blizzard Orb makes you immune to fire, but doesn't let you absorb it. The Rage Ring lets you absorb it.
I think Blizzorb also increases magic power, too.
Yep. Yeah, I think they both do. Mm.
Oh,
Hello,
speaking of Merton,
Merton.
there's the opener Merton.
Fortunately, I think Arusta managed to unlock the Paladin Shield, so he's got plenty of defense there.
Yes, and I believe that's on Realm or Gao.
Opting to drop Golem right away. I believe has Golem and Fenrir on, just in case he eats a lot of regular attacks.
Hey, can't knock double protection. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yep. Double up.
Yeah, double out protection.
Thanks, chat. Rage Ring is bigger. That makes sense.
Yeah, Rage Ring does the strength thing.
Chat asking about Ultima. I think they ended up getting it a little bit late, so they didn't quite have enough time to shuffle around and get that Ultima.
Yeah, I think because I believe it's very slow learning.
Yeah, ×1.
It's ×1 on the shield, so you'd have to do like 2 dragons in order to learn it, and that's just for one character.
Yeah, probably worth beating up a couple dragons for it, but Arusta's levels were pretty good going into this, and I think just kind of had their eyes on the prize.
Yeah, you'd have to, if you did the Shadow Cid strat, and you did unlock the shield not on the Go-Go character, You could probably do both dragons through the tower, and then you can learn it on one character, which also alternately would also teach Go-Go because of the mimic magic and thing. So you could actually learn it on 2 characters.
Yeah, that's true.
Which actually Cid's pointing out. So.
Ooh, Arusta taking a Medio. Oh, plus 2 characters out of it.
Did not have life 3 on. Does have regular life though.
They do have life. They do have life 3. I
they
wasn't
have
sure.
Life,
if they
but I guess they're gonna go for Phoenix Downs instead. Okay. X Magic, Life, and then Life 2. Okay, Life 2, and then Cure 3 the party. Yep, there you go.
Bingo.
This will get the whole party back up again. Except for another Medio before you can cast it, because X Magic does delay castings.
Oh no.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, Life 3 yourself so you don't die.
And I think at this point I'm dropping a Revivify also just to get them out of that counter state.
Or just Cure 3. Or just Cure 3 them. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh
no.
No, this is not going to be fast enough. I think this is going to be another Meteor coming up before you can get another Phoenix Down or anything off. Oh, we just going to just...
Oh, yeah,
we're going for broke! We're going for broke! Let's go!
Oh, man. If this works.
Calmness. Golem block. Wow.
Yeah. All right, this will be hype. This will be hype if they make it.
This is why you stick around.
Let's do it.
Oh crap! I was loud, and the baby just woke up. My bad.
You didn't win. Oh, sorry. The baby has to see this.
Sorry.
This is a formative experience.
Hitting the 2-hour mark as we get the Kefka 4 here.
Celeste seems to be halfway decent. I don't know. I don't know what equipment any of these folks have on them, but they can do some little item shuffling if need be, or just have them hanging around to throw stuff.
Probably just throw stuff.
Capture. Get a Mega Elixir. This is baller. I'm excited for this. It does. Arusta doesn't even have to succeed at this point. It's already the heart of a hero. Suplex. Do it.
Here, never mind. He hasn't gone to bed yet.
Well, hey, all right.
There we go. I can sleep in tomorrow, maybe.
Yeah! Heard me. I said... Oh, wait.
Come on.
Boo.
Oh, one child against the world.
She's got this.
Trying to save this. But she's not going to be able to take a Goner, though. Single target Goner is going to take a lot of damage, so eventually she will have to get another party member up. And Shrine is definitely going to slow this thing down a little bit here. Does have Remedy, so she'll be able to get both of this.
So yeah, what do you think? If the Goner charge starts happening, do you just throw off a Phoenix Down or a life spell to keep yourself around, or do you just go for it?
I think during the charge up of Goner, I would probably... The thing is, then you... Wow, throwing a Bolt 3 right back at her. There you go.
Rude.
Yeah, she doesn't have an Elemental Shield. She can't absorb any of this. We dumped that on the previous turn. Here's the charge up. So now we have to worry... You're not going to be able to take a Goner hit in this. And I don't think... And because we don't have haste up or anything, I don't think we're going to get 2 spells off. So I think this is going to be it. And we don't have life 3 on either. Maybe he did cast life 3. No, he didn't. That's going to be a forfeit. Well, you gave a good try, though. That was a good try,
Even at max health, I wouldn't have been able to eat that. You know what? No. Doesn't matter. Coolest thing. Too cool to be sad about it.
Yo, that YOLO though to try to get there was pretty darn good though.
That was sick.
Sometimes it's the moves you make that are more important. All right. Now we're gonna wrap it up here a little bit. Let's see if we get a quick interview with Arusta. While we wait for Arusta here, we want to mention some stuff that's coming up. Again, see, we got next week. We got the Strago's Rod, which is the Coliseum win, which is breakable rods. When you get a Coliseum win, so you get one of each rod, which is the fire, ice, and bolt rods. I'm not sure if you get the pearl rod or not. You do start with plus 10 magic power, so early game magic is definitely going to be a thing with the any early spells like we saw in this seed. If we get some early like tier 3 spells, that could definitely help out this run. Strago does also start with 6 to 12 lures, so higher chance to get those better lures. If you do 2 of his checks, which is Everett Rock and the Fanatic's Tower, he will learn all 24 of his lures. No X magic, but Shock is available. We did see Shock of the Sea with Gao, so that's very helpful. Espers are going to be a little weird. It's only going to teach 1 to 2 spells, and they're going to cost 50 to 100% of their original cost of MP to cast. But they're also going to be multi-summon, so you can use these Espers multiple times, just like in the Moogle's first tournament. Shop inventory shuffled plus random 40, and breakable rods are also going to be available in shops. So it's going to be available in the Coliseum and also in shops, and I believe also in chests, if I'm not mistaken, as well.
Yeah, lots of alternative magic power. There's not so much of the spells. Try to focus more on the lures, and having breakable rods is going to be a lot different. As we are joined by Arusta. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for the restream, and thank you everyone for watching as well.
So first things first, that was one of the coolest, ballsiest things I've ever seen in my life. What was going through your head when you broke that shield on tier 3?
Primarily, I was like, well, the Meteo spam just keeps going. Like when I'm sure you guys saw, like I tried to bring it back, but just every time I tried to bring it back, people were falling. So I was like, well, I don't think I'll be able to actually survive this, have enough turns to get Realm to resurrect someone and then heal them up before they get Meteo'd again. So I was like, well, I think I'm pretty close to the end. Let's just try this shield, and I don't think I can wipe. I actually typed in my own chat. I'm like, well, I'm going to wipe on Kefka here because, going in with one person, but figured why not? Might as well.
Yeah, I think all things considered, you probably were in a death loop, to just kept going around and around. You'd have to get lucky on a Meteo just whiffing everybody to be able to pull out of that. So I think all things considered, it was the right choice.
Yeah, I mean, actually, we were chatting. Sid and I were chatting in the, in the restream room afterwards, and actually, one thing he mentioned was that sometimes one of the plays you can use is to refill Sleep's health so that they get out of the Meteo phase, which I didn't think about, but yeah, that might have been a play as well.
Yeah, that's a bit of a weird one. I think the Revivify, it restores like some percentage. I want to say like 5-10% of maximum HP of whoever you use it on if they're not a zombie. I think that tends to be a more common tactic, because I think it'll recover for like 5,000 or something like that. But you had a lot. You stopped looting well before Cid did in the early game. What were your thoughts on going to like the collapsing house right away, taking care of all that stuff early on?
So my strategy up front was like, I wanted to get as many of the free checks, because of the way the scaling works, since it's based on level, you can't really get ahead of the level curve. So my goal was like, hey, let's do all the free progression I can find, and hopefully, something there. I'll find an Esper with, some nice magic that at a high learn percent, or some, like some stat boost. Like, if you could get like even a magic power +1 when you go from level 3 to whatever, level 10 in your first battle, that really helps keep ahead of the scaling curve, as opposed to, in a normal seed where it just scales based on checks. It's like, oh, well, let's just go, you go take a few random battles, and even if you don't, then you can be like, hey, I'm level 10 and the bosses are still level 3. But here, I felt like, based on a couple practice seeds I ran and just what I've seen other people do, is like, I feel like if you're going from level 3 to level 10 and just taking, without any sort of boost or anything really gaining power, it's like, well, now the enemy's using more powerful spells, and yeah, I have more health, but it kind of evens out. So that was my thought going in. And then, unfortunately, a couple Espers I found, like, they had spells, but they were at a, not a super great rate, and then, no bonuses and all that. So I was like, ooh. And then of course, the very first one I tried was very first actual non-free check I tried was, I believe, Phantom Train, and then, hey, it's an Esper, that's cool. Looked at the Esper, it's like, okay, that's good, and then turns out being Fun Baba. So
yeah,
the shield I was planning on using to bail me out of that did not help.
Yeah, Thunder Shields early on are great unless you run into Goddess or Fun Baba.
Yeah, so like the first, basically, I mean, I think the first part of the seed, I didn't go great. I was really hoping, to start off with a character that, could do something and help carry through the seed, but man, Control and Runic are honestly two of the worst abilities in my opinion. So yeah.
So is there a specific strategy that you like the best? Like in this, there were hardly any physical attack up until near the end, where there was the Ragnarok sword. There was a Ragnarok sword in the auction house, and then a couple of Atma weapons scattered around. Does that short circuit you at all if you don't run into the stuff that you want to see?
I mean, later in the seed, not really. I mean, I screwed up a little bit on sleep, and then, Kefka's tower was a disaster just because, unfortunately, I went in with the exact wrong party setup, like that very first Doom Gaze on the right side. It's like, ooh, I had basically the exact wrong split up there, because I was thinking, like, for that, like, I knew I was at something like 5 bosses or something. So I was like, well, I'm not going to get the skip. Maybe let's just treat this like a normal seed. And then, unfortunately, got unlucky having a couple tough bosses up there. But generally speaking, my preferred strategy primarily revolves around, magic and trying to boost magic. I did not find any of those good weapons you're talking about. So yeah, if they were there, I love using them. But yeah, so, and unfortunately, most of the magic I got early was Ice 3, which, Ice is great, but there's also a surprising amount of enemies and bosses who like absorb it or resist it. So,
did you see the VKs in the Phasma weapon shop?
Oh, right.
I did not.
Okay, yeah.
I think I was in Phasma, and I think I can't remember if I checked that shop or not. Like, I know I checked
you did, but it was so fast. I don't think you saw the VK knives in the bottom row.
Honestly, I didn't even. Saberwolf had to point it out, like, oh, there's VKs, and then they were just frothing at the mouth for somebody to use VKs for the rest of the seed.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, I did not. But it was an interesting seed. You said Cid looted a lot longer. Like, did he take a similar route, like, in terms of checks, or?
Yeah, he went to the towns that have the easy items, like, South Figaro. He checked the Zen Thief right out of the gate, so he knew that there was an Esper there. But once he was done with his looting, he kind of, you guys hit the same stuff early on. You're high-fiving each other through the returner hideout, and then getting all those the free checks early on.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I really liked the tournament. Like, huge thanks to everybody for putting it on. I mean, the Coliseum's been a lot of fun thus far. Like, the changing of the things every time, like the changing of flag sets every week, has been really interesting and sort of kept things varied. So, very cool.
No, definitely glad I enjoyed it.
Yeah, thanks for running.
Absolutely.
All right. So, any last things before you go?
No. I just again, thank you very much for the restream. GG's to my opponent Cid, and good luck in the finals. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
So as we mentioned in that final coming up here, and we would pop the bracket here again. Again, Shadow Cid moving on over Arusta in this match that we saw tonight in semifinal B. They'll be facing Keith McRocks in the next round for the pit final, which will be next week. And we'll try to have that right here on the Worlds Collide Twitch. We'll try to get somebody to restream that. We like to restream our finals live. But of course, if that's not available, we will have it on our YouTube page on VOD. And of course, that flag set next week, the pit runs a week behind our regular Coliseum tournament. They'll actually be running the Locke flag set.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit earlier. It's very focused on the auto haste you get out of the Coliseum win, and stealing being set to always, which means running into the pugs, for example, out of a monster in a box means that, hey, now maybe you've got 4 Minervas to throw around your party. That's pretty cool.
Yep, and of course, the starting characters in this tournament are always vanilla. So Steel will already be available on Locke with a 100% chance, so that's actually going to be very tasty, as you mentioned.
And thankfully he has some pretty good equipment options, so he's not a bad character to keep with you through the end of the game.
Yeah, and that -5 magic power, unlike the Strago set flex set, which will be next week, we'll talk about that in a minute, but -5 magic power in this one, which means all of the weapons that we didn't see in this seed, the particular random we had tonight, would be a little more detrimental in this flag set, because the magic power is going to be a negative stat. So definitely going to have to find the better weapons this time in this round.
Yeah, similarly to how having +5 magic power is a huge benefit, having -5 magic power is a huge detriment.
Yep, and chests are 100% randomized, and shops prices are going to be 150 to 200%. But the resale value of those items you find in all these randomized chests is going to be a quarter of the amount instead of the half the amount. But Super Balls actually are going to be available, so if we can find some Super Balls really early on in the game, that could mean the early damage to get through those early bosses.
That's right. Those are... I want to say they do a random amount of damage that is a multiple of 128. Maybe it's 255, I forget exactly, but... Sometimes you throw one of those and you see barely anything jump up, but sometimes you toss one of those at a Magi Master you found right out of the gate, and it does like over 2,000 damage, and he just goes down.
Yep. And also, just get a little tease for next week's matches in the regular Coliseum round. We're going to see, again, those Strago flag sets. Again, Coliseum win will be breakable rods. Those breakable rods are also going to be available in shops. Magic power will be +10, so instead of -5 that you saw in Locks, it's actually going to be +10. So early game golden hairpins and such like that, if you get some early spells like we saw in this speed run, definitely going to be very helpful in this. Strago, again, your starting character of the flag set that it's about, which is Strago, is going to be vanilla. So 6 to 12 lures starting out on Strago. And if you do 2 of his checks, which is Ebbett's Rock and Fanatic's Tower, you'll learn all of the lures, so that means Grand Train and Quasar and Pearlwind. All those are going to be available with the +10 magic power on top.
Pep Up. You forgot Pep Up.
Oh, Pep Up kills you, though. I mean,
but you have it. You never know, man.
X Magic is surprisingly off for this one. Usually I like to have X Magic on Strago, but this is off for this. Shock is actually on. I guess shout out to Leo, who died for the Phasma people. Espers only teach 1 to 2 spells, so premium spells here to try to find them with a +10 magic power, so you gotta hope for the best there. The cost is going to be 50 to 100% to cast the Espers, and they're also going to be multi-summon, just like the Moogle's first tournament.
Yeah, definitely a very magic-heavy seed, or flag set, excuse me. But the teach 1 to 2 spells off of the Espers is interesting. Usually, when you have a high magic seed, you want to get everybody with a big cache of high-level magic. But in this case, it seems to be a little bit more focused on making you use those lures, at least early on.
Definitely. And one more time, next week for the grand final for the pit tournament, Keith McRocks versus Shadow Cid. We'll bring that next thing into you live. We'll hope live next week. Anything else before we go?
No. I think we're good. I want to, of course, send a big thanks to Ceiling Cat for doing the tracking, and my co-commentator Saberwolf for running the restream. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Again, like Turdsman said, I am Saberwolf. Thank you, Turdsman, for joining me in the commentating, for saving my cough and everything. I do appreciate that.
Everybody is sick. It's fun.
Yes, everybody is sick. Everybody's ill, down with the sickness. And again, thank you, Ceiling Cat, for lurking in the background, doing the tracking for us. We do appreciate that. Thank you all, and we hope you have a very, very good night.
Oh, I guess thank you to the runners too.
Oh yeah, thank you for the runners.
They did the show. We couldn't be doing this if we didn't have so many fantastic people playing this game. It's a lot of fun.
Definitely. And for more, check us out, ff6wc.com. Also /Discord to join us on the Discord page. Again, thank you very much. Have a good night.
Have a good night, folks.